Yep, I need a V8.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As always, my name is George and we are traveling in the dark. It has been a long time since we have uploaded, but so many things have been happening that we just haven't had a chance to upload, so we do apologize for that. Isaac and I have been incredibly busy, both with new jobs that have been treating us very, very well, and something very new, exciting has happened. So if you haven't heard the news already, if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, that's where you're going to see a lot of the updates happen more frequently other than here. SLOPAR 1.0, I guess you could call it now, is no longer with us. That is right. I traded in the 2018 Dodge Durango GT in my favorite color ever of octane red, but I stuck with Mopar, of course, and I traded it in for something that's been my dream car for years. Well, I don't even know if you can really say years because it hasn't been out that long, but I've always wanted a V8. I don't know if you remember a couple videos ago where I started the car and I was like, man, I need a V8.
Yep, I need a V8.
Well, I got one. That's right. I traded in the 2018 Dodge Durango for another 2018, but this time I traded it in for a 2018 SRT. That's right. I picked up an SRT 392 from my friend Andrew. He's a finance manager at one of the local Dodge dealerships. He hooked me up and I was able to trade mine in and get an SRT. So I'm very excited. I'm currently on my way to go pick it up. It's just getting finished detailing. I've had it for a couple weeks already. I haven't had a chance to do an update video or anything like that, but it's finally getting detailed, getting all cleaned up. So I'm super excited to go pick it up, and I will catch you when I get there. Come on, man. What's going on? Check it out, man. Now this is the way a car is supposed to look. Nice and clean. And there she is, SLOPAR 1.0 in her glory, all shined up. Man, I do miss this color. This color is one of my all-time favorites that Mopar has ever put out. The octane red just looks so good in every angle. Still got my old wheels and tires, the stripe kit. You know, I never finished the stripes on the hood. I probably should have done that, but that's all right. Wheels are looking good. They cleaned it up real nice. It is for sale now. So any of my friends in Massachusetts who are looking for a well taken care of Durango, this is your one. It's only got 55,000 miles on it, and I babied the hell out of this thing. So it is an absolute clean Durango, and I'm sure gonna miss that, but my new one is gonna take me on a very nice journey, so I cannot wait. Oh, look at that, they parked some new Grand Cherokee L's next to the Durango. I'll have to check those out at some point. Don't have any time today to take a look at them, but they look a lot better in person than online. Now this is the good part. This is what a vehicle should look like. We're gonna go ahead and remove this because we don't need that anymore. Severe thunderstorm, oh boy, that's fun. Let's turn that out of air a little bit. So here she is, 2018 SRT Durango. This thing is the absolute balls. I am so excited. We'll get a little more in depth as we're going. This car just feels absolutely the best. I do have it in track mode because we are gonna give Andrew, my good friend, a little show as we're leaving. That is just unfreaking believable, man. It is so fast. The shifts are unbelievably quick in track mode. It just face melting. This car is absolutely face melting. I love this thing. I am absolutely in love. Don't get me wrong, my other Durango was a lot of fun, but man, this thing is just 10 times way more fun. And there's just so many different modes and stuff. You've got track, sport, you can make your own custom mode, auto, which I like to drive in when I'm not doing anything fun because it's technically called eco mode. And it's also got the snow and tow mode, which is nice as well, because this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so it's perfect for the crappy New England weathers, which I know is coming. So we'll go ahead and switch into auto mode and give me back all my eco stuff so I don't waste all of my gas on the highway. But man, let me tell you, everything about this car is just awesome. The fixed steering wheel, the SRT labeled on the steering wheel, the SRT that's embezzled into the seats, everything is just absolutely amazing. It is an absolute fun car to drive, and I cannot wait to start doing mods and stuff. I don't really know what I'm gonna do yet. I definitely gonna do an intake, definitely gotta get a bigger exhaust for sure. Definitely gotta let that 6.4 liter engine purr. One of my absolute favorite things is the fact that it says 392 on the side of the vehicle. That is one of the coolest badges I've ever seen on a vehicle. Just the fact that they use the old school cubic inches on the side and not just, 6'4" or whatever, is so amazing. Want to give a major shout out to my buddy Andrew for hooking me up here. He did all the back end work at the dealership so I could get everything all squared away with the GT Durango and got me into this SRT. So Andrew, thank you so much. I'm absolutely in love with the car, and thank you for everything that you did. I really appreciate it. And if you can see, this Durango is, well, fully loaded, first of all, which I didn't even realize until I started looking at the sticker that came with it. But one of my favorite things is the demonic red seats. That is just like the icing on the cake for me. I wasn't a big fan of white cars, and I still really aren't like a big fan of them, but when you have a nice deep red interior, it just looks so good. And it honestly, it reminds me of the Octane Red Durango, so I kind of take that homage with me. I really will miss that car. That was, that's how I got into Mopars. And I had a Jeep before, but it was just a Jeep Patriot. It wasn't anything fun. I didn't really build it or anything like that. I did a couple mods, but nothing too crazy. But the previous Durango was my bread and butter. I really had learned a lot about, mods and getting into more car meets, and that's how I met Mopars of Mass and all the people that I've met through there, especially Andrew. I will miss SLOPAR 1.0, and the number one thing I've gotten so far is people are asking me if I'm going to change the SLOPAR plate. Absolutely not. I'm not going to change it. Now it's just ironic. Now it's funny. So beforehand, I got the SLOPAR plate because, again, had a GT V6 Durango and I had a slow Durango. Now it's just ironic. I got the matching plates. The only thing that sucks now is part of the reason I bought the Dart is because it was in passion red, and that was the closest thing to Octane Red. So now I have a red vehicle and a white vehicle. So maybe down the line when the Dart's paid off, I'll end up getting another white vehicle just to have a matching pair, because I kind of like that. I like having the matching. But I will miss that red, like I said. It is an absolute beautiful color. The white's not too bad. It's the flat white. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's white knuckle. I'm not too familiar with the whites. There's two whites. There's white knuckle and there's Vice white. Vice is more of the, I believe, the metallic flake one, and white knuckle is the flat one, which I believe I have. Now, I could be wrong and could be flip-flopping the two, so if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments below. Which, by the way, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel. It helps out a lot. Make sure you drop this video a like, as always. And if you're feeling frisky, go ahead and drop a comment too, whatever it may be. Maybe you can comment of how stupid I look because I've been sweating all day and working, and I'm doing this video late at night. Late at night, it's 5:30. It's not late at night. I don't know what I mean by that, but anyways, like I said, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of new things coming. The SRT is brand new to the channel. I am so excited. Definitely going to be doing an intake for sure. We'll get an install video for that. That'll be a huge help to the Durango community, because I always know people are looking for intakes, especially on these SRTs. So I'm excited to see what I can do with that. Get some better exhaust notes. We'll get a whole exhaust video done too, just like we do with all the other vehicles that we've done so far. We'll get that going for you guys. And who knows what other mess we're going to get into. We'll definitely get a channel update for you soon, because there is something very, very exciting coming. I cannot say it has to do with Isaac, but that's all I'm going to say. And you guys are going to go absolutely nuts once you see the information that we have to let you know. Probably within like the next couple months, we'll let you know everything that's going on. This was the first big kind of surprise, was, this SRT. I can't contain my excitement. It's an absolute dream to finally have an SRT. you know, I really loved the GT and I really loved everything I did with it, but being able to say that you've got the 6.4 and have the power on demand and, you know, using it for daily stuff and whatnot, it's just the absolute best. It just puts the biggest smile on my face every time I walk out my front door and just seeing the 392 badge on the side of the car. So that to me is worth it alone. All right, so I just put it into the best mode ever on this, and that's track mode. A couple downshifts for you. Oof, listen to that. It's absolutely amazing. Let's see what she sounds like, huh? Absolutely beautiful sounding. I love it so much. One of my favorite features of all time is this SRT wheel. The fact that it says SRT right on the wheel, which this does light up at night with the ambient lights that are in the vehicle. But we've also got the flat bottom steering wheel, the bright pedals down there. This thing is just absolutely optioned out to basically anybody's dream. So on top of having the demonic red seats, which are made out of full leather, they're also ventilated and heated seats, and I have the heated steering wheel, perfect for New England winters. Obviously it's summertime right now, so I've got the cooled seats on, which is absolutely amazing. My butt is nice and cold and I love it. With the demonic red seats, with the SRT package, you get a fully leather wrapped dashboard and all the trim pieces around it, fully wrapped wheel. And I didn't even realize when I first looked at this car, and a lot of people make fun of me for this, especially Isaac, this has a completely suede headliner and A-pillars and stuff, which I didn't even really realize. But when you really sit there and look at it, it looks absolutely amazing. This is the first car I've ever had with a suede interior. What I noticed the most is the touch quality of everything has changed dramatically between the GT trim level and the SRT trim level. You touch everything on the GT and everything's kind of just that cheap Mopar plastic. There's nothing really great about it. But when you get into the SRT, and this is one of the first things I noticed, a lot of panels change to this nicer, I don't know if it's leather or like a really hard type plastic that, even though it's hard, it has this nice soft like kind of bounce back to it. But everything just feels solid about this car. Dodge has always had a bad reputation as far as quality control and everything, you know, when it comes to that, but I think they nailed it with the SRT. I think everything fits well, everything looks great. It's not too over the top. There's definitely room for improvement. I know that they improved it on the 2021s, and I'm excited to see what they're doing in the future with these. With the new, they have the new Uconnect 5. This has the old, I think it's the 4, if I'm not mistaken. But you know, everything just feels good to the touch. There's nothing too crazy, no crazy features or anything like that you know, Mercedes has or BMW. This does have lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control. I've never had that before. I've been playing with that. That's a lot of fun to use in traffic and stuff. It really takes the ease on driving a little bit. So a lot of cool features. Dodge has a lot of catching up to do when it comes to interior features, but I think they really nailed it with the SRT. I know I'm kind of dating myself here because it is a 2018, so this model's already 3 years old, going on 4 at this point. So I'm sure the new 21s, especially the SRTs and even the Hellcat, have a lot of new features that I don't know about. So that's enough blabbering for me for now. Like I said, don't forget to like the video, subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and make sure to share this video. We'll catch you next time.